How to deal with stress. So first off, you have to be aware of it, like how it shows up in your body, in your mind. For example, when I get stressed, I feel it in my lower back. Like my lower back starts to hurt and I have a hard time falling asleep because I'm overthinking and I keep having the same thoughts basically. So that's when I know that I'm stressed. So the first step is know your normal state and know your stressed state so that you can identify when you feel stressed, because oftentimes we don't even know because we're not present enough and you don't let yourself feel your emotions fully. Then the next step is to let yourself feel those emotions, be present with them and acknowledge them and really feel them so that they can pass through you instead of getting stuck because you don't realize that you're having these emotions, and the symptoms get worse and worse until you kind of have to realize your state and you have to acknowledge it. It's important to be present with these emotions so that you stop projecting yourself into the future or the past depending on what's stressing you, because when you acknowledge it you realize the cause of it. For example, if you're stressed about an interview that's coming up, every time you think about the interview you can visualize this thought as just like a cloud and let it pass by instead of spiraling more and more, because now you know what's causing the stress so you can treat it. This is to deal with the stress mentally. So really be present. I think that's very important, is that this is not going to be easy. You're going to have the same reoccurring thoughts again and again, but don't be too hard on yourself. You have to show yourself love. You have to change from a place of love, not from a place of hate. For those thoughts you're having, you have to acknowledge every part of yourself, not just the parts that you want, because you have to have both to be whole. Because you know there's no light without darkness. They balance each other out. So you need to have both parts. You need to show both parts love, because they're part of you. And you don't need to feel rushed. Try to take things slowly so that you execute every part right and you feel less frustrated, and it's easier to show yourself love when you're going slowly. And it's important that when it comes to you, you show yourself as much love as possible and you take as much time as you need to heal. Another thing is you need to do things that make you feel good in the long term. But obviously you're not perfect, so it's okay if you want to have some chips, chocolate to feel better. But do things in moderation, of course. There is always a balance between the extremes. So try to do as many things as possible that make you feel good in the long term, like going on a walk. This goes more into the physical aspect, but it can also be mental, like doing art, creative things, I don't know, anything that you like, so that you can be more present more easily and go more into the state of flow. And also distract yourself, but distract yourself with something that's going to make you feel good instead of something you're going to regret later on, like maybe going on your phone. In the moment it's going to help distract you, but after 2 days of only being on your phone, most likely you're not going to feel better. But if you draw or something, it's going to help you create new mental patterns. So basically, don't only do things that give you a short dopamine release, like social media, eating junk food, because often they always come with a downside. It's not going to help you release the stress that you're feeling. It's just going to make you feel more bad instead of better, because you're taking care of yourself and really healing and showing love to the part that needs it. Because give or take, the things that give you a short dopamine release don't help to show your body love. They make it worse often. Prioritize your health, mental and physical, which goes on to my last point, which is move your body. This helps you release all the bad energy helps you be in a state of flow, like going on walks, exercising, running, sweating, yoga, being one with your body, just reconnecting with your body and making it feel good. And you never want to run, you never want to go to the gym, but after you always feel better, except if you need to rest. If you need to rest, rest. You know your body best, you know what it needs, you know what you need to do. And if you have a hard time figuring that out often, I like to journal because it helps me detach my emotional and logical side. That's it. That's what I've been doing when I'm stressed lately, and it helps. It helps a lot. I feel so much better. And also, last thing, I know I said last thing last time, but last thing is detaching from the ego. It helps so much. Like this morning, I meditated and I realized how much all these negative emotions I've been having lately is because my ego wants to attach itself so badly to, like, it wants to protect me. So be grateful, but also center yourself, and all these things and tips that I've been telling you throughout the video really help to center yourself and ground yourself to the best version of you. So become the best version of you. You can do it. We can all do it. We're powerful and we're confident. So